Hello, I'm Alexandra James.
And I'm Zachary James.
And we are Twin Temple, and you're watching Interview Under Fire.
Hail Satan.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Satan's my name. I can make you sin, I can make you feel your pain. I can twist, I can make you seduce me.
Alexandra and Zachary, first off, hail Satan. I want to welcome you to Interview Under Fire, right? Of course, welcome back to Texas. I know you guys came earlier this year, which we'll get to on how I discovered you guys.
Yeah.
But I just want to, of course, take the time, just thank you for just sitting with me today. I mean, here we are, right, doing what we all love after what we all experienced after the last 2 years. I think it's crazy because, every time I do these interviews in person, it's like I'm doing it for the first time again. I didn't get that 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys have a more grateful sense of the live music experience now, considering what you guys do on stage. This was something that was taken away from us 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Would you say you have a newfound appreciation of the live music experience now?
Yeah,
I mean, for sure.
Absolutely. I think that obviously we've always been super grateful to get to hold satanic orgies for a living. But I mean, after not getting to do it for 2 years, it's certainly really wonderful to come back. So.
And I want to talk about this current Satanic Orgy US tour because this is something that was announced, and I marked Dallas, Texas. I'm like, I cannot miss them again. You guys are with also Bridge City Sinners, which I was lucky enough to see them at Riot Fest earlier. Well, it's in October now, but last month at Riot Fest. They absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You guys, I know you just kicked off this tour in Mesa a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. Perfect month for a duo like Twin Temple to be on the road. October, the best month. It's my birthday month. Halloween. Getting to see you guys. How has, the Satanic Orgy been so far? I know it's early, but what has the turnout been like? Is there any such thing? I know you guys toured earlier this year, but is there any such thing as post-pandemic audiences? What, if you notice a difference? I mean, how has the turnout been? I know it's the third or fourth day of tour, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
It's
been horny.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
Yeah, it's great. How's the meet and greet been? I know you guys just finished it up. How have the fans been?
Oh, I love our
I wonder
fans.
how many of the fans you got that were saying, I just discovered you recently.
There's
Quite
a
a
handful
few,
of new fans from the Ghost Tour for sure, and then a handful of ones who apparently have, we just met one who's been there for 10 years now, so it's a really lovely mix of...
old and new.
Old and new.
Yes,
and
for sure.
Our
fans are the best dressed out of
They
all
are the best dressed.
Oh, and speaking of that Ghost and Volby tour, that's actually how I found out about you guys. Now, real quick before we get into that, I know you guys are in Dallas tonight. You guys were in Austin last night, which is a 3.5-hour drive if you're driving like grandpa like me. But are you getting to spend any time in these cities? I know you guys are touring, but are you able to see the city, go around? I don't know how much your time you're getting for yourself to do something like that, because Austin, I mean, that's one of the biggest music cities out in the nation, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes on tour we get to sneak away and
grave rob a bit,
Yeah, dig up some skulls. We haven't had a chance quite yet, but we hope to before the tour's over.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of when you hear the word Texas? I know you guys are from the West Coast, but
barbecue.
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing. It's
hair, of
it's
course.
Barbecue. Everything's bigger in Texas. You guys are pretty much already set for that. But, Pantera, Dallas Cowboys, the Alamo and all that stuff. But it's the one thing that, a lot of the bands come through the States, I always ask them about. Sometimes they even ask me about, have you guys heard of Bucky's?
Of course.
Have you guys been there yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Have you been this round, or did you guys?
We have not been this round.
This tour
Okay.
yet.
Yeah.
What was your experience the first time you even been inside?
It was
like a
during
museum?
COVID, and it was a bit overwhelming. It was packed with fucking people.
Was that the one that had Halloween Bucky's shirts?
Yeah. Halloween Bucky shirts where they've got fried chicken or what was it?
They have. I have the list here. It's got kolaches, barbecue, jerky, homemade fudge.
Yeah.
I know that's something that's crossed your mind. I know it's a popular destination for most bands who come through the area. Now, sticking on the subject of touring, which you guys have to go to Buckys, by the way, after this. So anyway, after the show. But so here's the thing with the touring, right? I ask a lot of questions about the chemistry between members of the same band because I find those stories really interesting. Case in point with you two. But in this case, I do want to talk about the chemistry between the different bands you guys have toured with.
Oh.
You know, tonight, of course, Bridge City Sinners, Ghost, Volbeat, Uncle Acid, you know, and, you know, as the thing is with all these bands that I mentioned, you know, there's a lot of, I was going to say there's a lot of genre bending between all the bands that I just listed.
Yeah.
But do you think it takes, I don't know, chemistry to make tours like these work? And if so, what kind of chemistry do you take out on the road? Because out of all the genres, you guys stand out the most. And you guys have brought in this, I would say, almost like a new fan base from fans of Volbeat, Ghost, Bridge City Sinners, and so on and so forth. Do you think it takes chemistry like that?
As far as like chemistry with the bands we've toured with, I can say that, I mean, touring, it's like entering a different world, you know, and you're kind of all in this like satanic summer camp together. Something, you're basically being deployed on this mission. And I feel like you were talking about, I guess, different genres and how that affects chemistry. I mean, I don't think it really matters what type of music you're playing. I think at the end of the day, we're all here to create kind of a magical experience for people coming out. And so I think that just kind of bonds you across all genres. Like every tour we've done, you come away just really loving and respecting and having this really crazy shared experience with people you go out on tour with. And
very bonding.
I can safely say that everyone we've had the carnal pleasure of touring with, you know, holds a very special place in my cold, dead, black heart.
I love it.
I don't know if that answered your question.
That answered my question and then some.
Yeah.
And for you know, people who don't already know Twin Temple's music, and this is something I wanted to get into, it's a heavy dose of doo-wop. This is a genre that's, what is it, 80 years old? You know, maybe even older than that, but you guys have, you know, elements
like
of
maybe 60.
Maybe, okay,
You know,
something like that.
70.
80 just sounds better, maybe.
Yeah.
But you had like, you know, rockabilly, you know, you have pop elements in there as well. My experience on finding out about you guys, because this was great. So I went and covered the Ghost and Volbeat show, right? And the point I'm trying to make here is how touring with many bands serves as, you know, an advantage for you because you're being exposed to many different groups of fans. The Ghost and Volbeat show, you guys were the talk of the town. I don't know if you guys, you know, aware of that. I was waiting. You know, I was getting, which by the way, I'll be down there taking photos of y'all. I was getting ready with my camera, and then there were fans just tapping on my shoulders, like, "Hey, do you know the first band?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. It's Satanic doo-wop." and you know how I do like a double take? I did like a triple take. I was like, "What?" Okay, so and then I let all my other photographers know. It's like, "Hey, keep your eye on this first band." And then after we got done, and it got to the point where after like the third song, usually that's the rule, everyone forgot to leave because we were just so entranced by the live set. The rituals that you guys do. I mean, you guys have already have enough like having polarities of like Ghost and Volbeat, but then having you on the bill just amped it up that much. I'm rounding out to this question here. Is there a sense of pressure or an overwhelmingness with all this recent reception you've been getting? You did mention, Alexandra, how you had no idea who Twin Temple was for at the start, you know, and besides yourselves at the start of all this, but pressure is that mounting now? You're getting to see all these fans come out at all these shows. Look at me, for example. I mean, you know, I found out of you guys earlier this year, and I was looking forward to this day, and here I am. Yeah. And I don't know. I'd like to ask something about that. Maybe not, but
just about pressure, particularly.
I don't think there's a pressure. I think it's just an exchange of energy, you know, and the energy just grows and grows and grows, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
just going with the flows, you know. I don't know if you had like expectations. It's like you guys toured with Ghost, one of the biggest bands, you know, in the world, and you know.
Yeah, of course that was like a really amazing moment when we got the call that, you know, these two huge legendary bands, Volbeat and Ghost, were willing to take you know, us out on the road with them. It was like a really incredible experience, and so we'll forever be grateful to both of them for that. I mean, I suppose to a degree, I don't know if I would call it pressure, but I think we always want to deliver like an incredible, magical, hold like a very almost transformational space for people who come. Like, this is why we do what we do. We want to bring just like a little bit of magic into people's lives, because I think in this day and age we're so devoid of ritual and magic and just escape. A lot of our rituals that we've had, as human beings don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Coming of age rites. So many of our rituals are gone. And so I guess we're just trying to give people like a heightened experience, just something that they can take away, and also if we can give people just a sense of like belonging, because we're very much like outsiders, and if we can collect a group of people and hold this space all together and maybe just change ourselves a little bit, that's sort of like our unholy mission,
And
it's like about more than just the music for us, or whatever.
And I love that you share that, Alexander, because I also want to mention this as we end this part of the interview, because you, both of you said you two were born Satanists. I want to make sure that people know that, because I think it's unique how you two have displayed your passion about who you are and what you believe in on the stage and off. Like, it's you guys. It's no caricature. There's nothing in the front. It's
my
all.
hair looks like this all the
Yeah,
time.
you woke up like this, right? That's how it is.
like
Yeah,
this.
I don't know how you did yours. But I don't even. That's just.
It's
I think
lit.
that's just. I mean, the devil's doing this right now. Yeah, And there's no disguise, no act. Everything you're on stage is who you are in real life as well. But even like the opening rituals, which I can't wait to even see what you guys have in store tonight. The mix of different rituals, the Alexandrian magic, the chalice, the satanic ritual, scaring people, which is great. You guys got people talking, getting the people's attention, embracing in a way that what people usually stay away from, which I love. At the same time, your music, your lyricism, using Satan as a symbol, and your lyrics do reference Satan, but also at the same time, it deals with themes like Satanism. There's sex, love, and also social issues like you just briefly touched on, individualism, feminism, LGBTQ rights. There's a message of inclusion, especially at a time like today. I think it really resonates. I feel like, what I hope is that this also sends a message. Everything you're doing, what I hope is also that it sends a message to people to stand up for, what they believe in with their passion, Yeah. I feel like a lot of people are just afraid to display their beliefs that it may offend the next person, and so on and so forth. Is that something both of you hold value in, Would you agree to something like that?
Yeah, I mean, we believe in one's true will, and it is our true will to do this and expound this philosophy. So, for others to live the way they want to live, or say the things they want to say, believe the things they believe, that's their true will. So, yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we haven't always been, I feel like, putting our true, full selves out.
It takes time to build that and integrate,
As you guys were doing your rituals on the stage back in February when I was here, I kept looking back at the crowd. I just wanted to see their reactions. A lot of jaw dropping, but a lot of just, they're just enthralled in something that they've never been exposed to before, which I'm sure a lot of the people here may have discovered you at first at the Ghosting Volbeat show, like me. And that's what I want when you guys are doing something outside of the box, on probably an already outside the box genre. Now, real quick, last topic. You guys are a married couple, which I absolutely love. I wonder if there's a level of convenience having someone like Alexandra, having someone like Zachary, in the same band with you, as opposed to.
Are you talking about friends with benefits?
Well, maybe. I mean, you want to cut that? I'm just kidding. Or as opposed to being just a band member, because the chemistry between you two is one of a kind. I feel ever since I first discovered you. Is there a competitive nature where, hey, he or she is performing so well that I have to meet them up here, At the same time, you're pushing each other to become a better artist.
I feel like in songwriting, we definitely push each other, for sure.
Yes.
I feel like the performance is more collaborative. I mean, it's all collaborative, obviously, but I feel like, we construct the rituals together, in the live show for the most part. But I feel like songwriting, we have our own areas. We collaborate in all spaces, but we have our own areas as well, and we definitely push each other.
Yeah. So what he's saying is
The claws come out.
Yeah.
claws come out when we're songwriting.
Yeah.
Well,
That's definitely where we argue the most.
well, guys, that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for sharing everything about who you guys are. I know you guys have like 2 albums so far. Is there anything fans can expect tonight that's something new music-wise that going forward?
Let's see, something new music-wise.
We would tell you, but we'd have to curse you.
Oh, okay, well, that about does it. But I want to thank you both so much for taking the time out of your day. I can't wait to see you guys on stage do what you do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a great tour.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. That's also an important thing. And any last words? Anything else like that?
Thanks for having us, and hail Satan.
Hail Satan.